There are some secrets in this world that grew old with time, but their answers were never found. A strange book written in a mysterious language that no one has ever understood. An ancient computer found deep in the sea, thousands of years old, and stones so unusual that they are beyond human understanding. So the question is, are these just historical mistakes, or truths that humanity is simply not ready to understand? Today, we will go on a journey to explore the world's most mysterious secrets, things for which no one has answers. Friends, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. Your one subscribe gives us a lot of motivation to bring you more videos like this. So let's begin with the first mysterious secret, the Voynich manuscript, a book where the rules of the world itself seem reversed. Imagine you find a book written in an unknown language, filled with strange plants that do not exist anywhere in reality. A book that even the greatest scientists of the world failed to understand. This is the Voynich manuscript, the most mysterious book in history. In 1912, a rare book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich found this book in an old monastery in Italy. It has over 240 pages, but some pages are still missing. After radiocarbon dating, scientists confirmed it was written between 1400 and 1440, meaning it is around 600 years old. But the real mystery lies inside it. Every page contains an unknown script, a language that doesn't match any known culture or civilization. Symbols and alphabets that humanity has never seen before. The illustrations show bizarre, unknown plants that do not exist anywhere on Earth. Some pages contain astrological diagrams, stars and galaxies that medieval Europeans could not possibly have known about. And the strangest part, some illustrations show naked women bathing in a strange green liquid, surrounded by tubes and pipes, almost like sketches of an unknown technology. Some believe this book carries a message from an alien civilization. Others think it belongs to an ancient, lost civilization whose language vanished forever. Some historians suggest it might be a medieval medical guide on women's health and herbal medicines. But if that were true, the language would have been decoded by now. Others think it's a medieval hoax made to earn money. But then why create such a complex, systematic language for a fake book? More than 100 years have passed, and even with modern cryptography and artificial intelligence, the Voynich manuscript remains an unsolved puzzle. Every page feels like it hides some forbidden knowledge, as if it belongs to the science of another world. Number 2. The Nazca Lines. Imagine a desert where huge shapes are drawn on the ground, so large that they can only be seen from the sky. These are the Nazca Lines, found in the Nazca Desert of Peru. For someone standing on the ground, these lines look like random scratches. But in the 1930s, when airplanes flew over the desert for the first time, they revealed an unbelievable sight. More than 300 giant geometric shapes, animals, and mysterious figures drawn across miles of land. Imagine someone drawing a giant monkey, a hummingbird, a human figure, and a spider on the earth, so massive that only someone in the sky can understand the full picture. These lines were made by the Nazca civilization between 200 BCE to 600 CE. When they removed the top reddish-brown layer of soil, the lighter white surface underneath became exposed, creating the lines. But the real question is, how did they make such massive and perfect designs without planes or drones? Some scholars believe they were an astronomical calendar, aligned with stars and solstices. Others think people walked along these lines during rituals to pray for water. Another theory says they were markers for underground water sources. But the most popular and thrilling theory, they were signs for alien visitors, landing markers, or signals made for those watching from the sky. Even today, the lines remain perfectly intact because of the dry climate and almost no winds. UNESCO declared them a World Heritage Site. But the mystery remains. Were these prayers, a calendar, or messages for the sky? A whole civilization made designs they themselves could never see. So who were they really made for? Number 3. The Pyramids of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza are not just tombs or architectural wonders. They are oceans of unsolved mysteries. The biggest mystery surrounds hidden chambers inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu. Built 4,500 years ago with such precision that even modern engineers are shocked. In 2017, a scientific project called Scan Pyramids used cosmic ray imaging and discovered a massive hidden void inside the pyramid, as long as a commercial airplane. Why was this chamber built? Some think it was a construction passage later sealed. Others believe it was a secret royal burial chamber. Some even say it may hide ancient technology or treasures. And there are still narrow shafts and tunnels inside the pyramid whose purpose no one understands. One shaft is aligned perfectly with certain stars, suggesting the Egyptians had deep knowledge of astronomy and the afterlife. To this day, physical entry into these areas is not allowed to avoid damaging the structure. But imagine, if these chambers are open someday, will we find treasure or knowledge that rewrites human history? Number 4. Easter Island Moai Statues. On a small island in the Pacific Ocean stands a mystery: the giant Moai statues of Easter Island, 13 to 30 feet tall, some weighing up to 80 tons, all carved with primitive stone tools. No machines, no iron. The biggest mystery: how were these massive statues transported kilometers from the mountain quarries? Local people say the statues walked. Strange, but experiments show even modern people struggle to move them. Why were they built? Some say they were spiritual guardians. Others believe they showed power and authority. Some theories suggest they were part of a lost advanced civilization. And an even deeper mystery: most people think Moai statues are only giant heads, but excavations revealed they have full bodies buried underground. At night, with strong winds and ocean waves, these statues feel alive, as if they're watching you. Number 5. The Bermuda Triangle. In the Atlantic Ocean lies a triangular region, the Bermuda Triangle, or the Devil's Triangle, connecting Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Planes and ships have vanished here without a trace. The most famous case was in 1945, Flight 19. 5 American Navy bombers went on a training mission. Their communication said, "Compass not working, we can't tell direction." Soon after, they disappeared. The rescue plane sent to find them also vanished. The USS Cyclops, a Navy ship carrying over 300 people, disappeared without sending a distress signal. No wreckage, no bodies, nothing. Possible explanations: magnetic fields disrupting instruments, methane gas reducing water density and sinking ships, underwater alien bases, ancient Atlantis technology still active. Even after thousands of investigations, there is no complete explanation. The mystery is alive. Number 6. The Shroud of Turin. Friends, now let's move toward a mystery that has confused religion, science, and history all at the same time. This mystery is the Shroud of Turin, an ancient cloth that has been the subject of endless debates and research worldwide. Imagine a piece of cloth so old that it carries the faint, full-body image of a man. This cloth is kept in the city of Turin, Italy, which is why it is called the Shroud of Turin. Many people believe that this is the same cloth in which Jesus Christ was wrapped after his death. On the shroud, you can clearly see the full outline of a bearded man's body, as if someone took a photograph and printed it onto the cloth. The image shows the face, hands, feet, and even the marks on the back. The most astonishing part is that the wounds on the body match the exact injuries described in the Bible during the crucifixion of Jesus. Nail marks on the hands and feet, whipping marks on the back, and injuries from a crown made of thorns on the head. Science has tried hard to understand it. In 1988, scientists performed a carbon dating test and claimed the cloth was only 700 years old, meaning it could not belong to the time of Jesus. But later researchers argued that the shroud had pollution, repairs, and contaminants, which may have distorted the carbon dating results. Some experts even believe that the fibers of the cloth were exposed to a burst of radiation, something impossible in the natural world, as if a supernatural flash imprinted the image onto the fabric. To this day, no one has been able to confirm whether the Shroud of Turin is authentic or just a carefully crafted medieval relic. But whenever people see it, they feel a strange sense of spirituality and mystery. It remains one of the biggest puzzles between faith and science. Number 7. The Antikythera mechanism. Deep under the sea, the remains of an ancient shipwreck lay scattered. From that wreck, divers found a corroded metal piece that looked like nothing more than a damaged chunk of bronze. But when scientists examined it closely, their breath stopped. It wasn't an ordinary piece of metal. It was the Antikythera mechanism, a device thousands of years ahead of its time. In 1901, Greek divers were exploring a shipwreck near the island of Antikythera. They found gold, statues, and ornaments, but the biggest discovery was a rusted, gear-filled machine. At first, archaeologists thought it was just a broken astrological tool. But as research progressed, they realized it was an incredible machine, almost 2,000 years old. Inside it were tiny gears, wheels, and dials, just like a modern clock. Research later revealed that this device could calculate the movement of the sun, moon, and planets. It could predict eclipses and even tell the dates of the Olympic Games. Imagine a machine that worked like a computer, built 2,000 years ago. How was something so advanced created in an era where such technology wasn't supposed to exist? There is no record of such technology in that ancient period. Creating metal gears with such precision would require tools that the people of that time supposedly did not have. Some experts believe it was made by a lost ancient civilization or by an unknown genius whose knowledge disappeared over time. Using X-ray imaging and 3D scans, scientists confirmed the device contained 37 gears, functioning like an analog computer that calculated space and time. But one big question remains. If this technology existed 2,000 years ago, why didn't the rest of the world know about it? And how did this knowledge suddenly vanish? Some believe the Antikythera mechanism is proof that ancient aliens shared technology with humans. Others think it is a remnant of a lost civilization like Atlantis. Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain. The Antikythera mechanism is a puzzle that reminds us that human history is far more complex than what we are taught. Friends, we'll meet again in the next video with another mysterious secret. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe.